Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kevtech here, bringing another video on information technology. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Saturday. And today I want to go over my tech journey and how I made six figures working IT without a college degree. So I don't have a degree. You guys don't know this. I don't have a degree, and I only have an expired certification, the CompTIA A plus. That's all I have. So when someone tells you that you cannot make money in IT with just having the A plus, they're full of crap. I'm just gonna say it right now, straight up. Because I only have a one cert. I literally have not studied a cert in a really long. I think I studied the last time I studied a cert was back in 2014. So it's a long time ago. So I don't have any certs right now. I just have experience. Experience is always gonna outweigh other things like certifications or a college degree. Definitely recommend you getting a cert. It's going to make you stand out. It's going to help you get past the ATS system. Sometimes you may be required to have a cert because it's just the job requirements. And sometimes some of these government jobs require you to have like security plus and stuff like that. So I will never talk bad about certifications because it's like you kind of need it, you kind of don't need it. It's like a hit and miss, right? So that's the thing about this. So let me talk about my tech journey. So I'm gonna drop some gems here today. So the first thing I did was I got my A plus because I needed it in my first job and they reimbursed me for it. If you don't have the A plus, you're gonna get fired from that job. That's a job requirement. You have to get it within the 90 days of being employed in the company. So I got my A plus, then I got the job after that, and I was only making $9 an hour. So that's like no money. And I'm like, man, this job sucks, right? Because I'm over here busting my ass and I'm not getting paid what I'm worth. And to be honest with you, my work ethic, the way I work like a monster. I do bust my ass. I get things done. I don't play when it comes to work. I don't play. That's just my mindset. My mindset for IT and just creating YouTube videos and just being the way I am. If you ask anyone that has worked with me, I don't play when it comes to IT. I go in and I do my job. I get things done. So I felt like I needed more money than that. I felt like I was being used as a pawn, like a chess game. So I did was I just got my experience. I got my foot in the door. I'm like, as long as I get my experience, it's totally fine. So I went from $9 an hour. I tripled my not sure, sorry, I doubled my salary to $22 an hour, and I got that job. The reason I got that job was because of the skills needed to do the job. So this is very important. I'm about to tell you right now. Learn the skills you need to do the job. You could have a certification, but if you don't know how to do the actual job or the actual work, you're not gonna get anywhere. You got to know how to do your job. You got to know what you're doing. You have to know what you're doing. That's extremely important when I'm talking to you right now, is learning the skills, which is why I did the home lab. So the only reason I got that job, and I made a post on it on LinkedIn, I'll put it over here somewhere, right, so you guys can see it. The only reason I got that job, the only reason they hired me was because of my home lab. They gave me $22 an hour, and I had the home lab. I had something I talked about because at that time they talked about Active Directory. So at that time, it was a long time ago, I set up server 2012 or 2012 R2, and I set up Active Directory. I set up user accounts, account creation, password reset, and stuff like that. When I went to the job interview, I talked about that. I talked about my home lab. I talked about setting up a server from scratch, setting up Active Directory from scratch, creating user accounts, creating share folders, and stuff like that. I was able to sell myself, and that's very important. You have to know how to sell yourself. I was able to sell myself during the job interview, and that's the reason why I got hired. That's the reason that I got the job. So what I did was I got my experience again. I started learning these crazy things because when you work for an MSP, it's extremely fast paced. You don't really get a lot of breaks. It's crazy when you work at MSP. It's very fast paced. You gotta know how to keep up with the pace. And I left that job and I went for another company making $35 an hour for a hedge fund, and that was Blackstone Group. Then I went to another company making $45 an hour, and same thing. And I kept increasing my salary. So I always talk about when you're gonna go for another job, before you go for another job, and I'm gonna drop some gems here again. Before you go for another job, make sure that your company is not going to give you a salary increase. Make sure that they're not going to promote you within. You want to make sure you're able to shadow a tech in your job. You want to make sure that you're able to move to another department. You want to try all these things before you leave your job. But sometimes, and this is a gem right here, sometimes you have to jump jobs to get the salary you want. Sometimes you have to give yourself a raise because no one wants to give you a raise. So I always look at it as, and some people are not going to like me for this, like hiring managers not going to like me for this. I always look at myself as an MVP. I'm the MVP. I'm the baseball player. I'm the basketball player. Like, what can I bring to the table? And then can I also prove my worth? Can I actually do the work? And I'm an MVP. I believe I'm worth this much money. So I always take care of myself. I look at my priorities of myself, not the company itself, because at the end of the day, and I'm going to drop it right here in this video, at the end of the day, you could get hit by a car tomorrow and your job will be online again. It'll be posted online again. And that's just the reality of jobs. Like, they're not loyal to you. You're not loyal to them. It's just, you're there to do your job, and that's it. And I'm going to say that right now, because a lot of these jobs, I see people getting laid off left and right. They don't care about you. Don't care about your feelings. So you have to look out for yourself. No matter what job you work, you got to look out for yourself. That's just the end of the day. That's how it is in IT. That's how it is in any job that you work. You got to look out for yourself. Nobody cares about you. No one cares about your feelings. I'm just going to say it straight up like that. So that's how I look at it. That's how I was able to increase my salary, was because I looked out for myself, and I had to jump jobs to get the salary increase that I want. And I did it without having, with having an expired cert and not having a college degree. And if I could do it, I feel like anyone could do it. And literally, someone today got a job in IT doing my videos with no work experience. And I know people I know people on Reddit. Like, I could put a post here on Reddit on someone that he went from $10 an hour to 90K using my resume template. So I don't see, like, I think you need to value yourself a little more. My people that are watching this right now that are doing help desk IT support, you guys need to value yourself a lot more. You're worth more than what you think. So don't downplay yourself. Please do not downplay yourself. You're worth way more than what you think. And I'm going to say it as it is. So at the end of the day, going back to this video, going back to what I'm talking about today, value yourself as an employee. Make sure you take care of your priorities first, yourself first. Make sure make sure you treat yourself like an MVP. You may have to jump jobs to get the salary you want. You may have to get a certification because some of these jobs may require it. So I'm never going to talk bad about certifications. And then learn how to value yourself. Learn the right skills to do the job. That's extremely important. Learn how to interview, learn how to talk to customers, learn how to talk to hiring managers, because at the end of the day, they want to make sure that if they're hiring you, you know how to do your job. If you don't know how to do the job, if you can't show them that you know how to do the job, then they're going to give you a chance. They're going to ignore you and go to the next person. That's just the reality of jobs. It's the reality of IT. Anyway, with that being said, I hope this video helps you out. And that's a story about me on how I made 6 figures with just having an expired cert and no college degree. So I feel like anyone could do it. I feel like you could do it. You just got to believe in yourself. Just have patience and believe in yourself. With that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Peace. Bye.